Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of it. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and kind of this higher level, unbiased truth in the middle. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall oracle cards for each side of this connection, but we'll be diving into 3 different tarot decks, one for each side as well. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing is that these energies very well could be swapped. So if you end up resonating more with the energy to my right than to my left, that's totally fine and totally normal. And if you're a cross watcher, then vice versa. Please remember, these are general readings, so they are meant for you to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Scorpio, on your side of this connection, you have talisman with boundaries. This side of your connection is talking, basically the way this message is coming in is boundaries are key. So there's a need to make sure you have strong boundaries with this person. Not necessarily, I don't necessarily know yet if their energy is negative towards you or what the deal is, but I do feel like there's this need to be a little bit protective of your energy, just in case this person has a tendency to kind of overstep. This person, they have shift in trust. So I feel like this kind of feels like it feels like you're struggling to trust them in a way. And maybe it's because of past mistakes they've made or because of your past connections or relationships. But I do feel like something about that's going to shift. I don't know in which direction, but I do feel like you're struggling to fully trust this person, to fully let your guard down, and believe that they will, show up for you, right? Be there for you when you need them. Now, in between this connection, you have grounded with water. So this is a very emotional connection. In between this connection, there's a lot of emotion and it's hard to stay grounded. And I feel like that's why you have this boundaries card. It doesn't necessarily feel like a warning, more of a reminder. Like, when you're dealing with super emotional connections, it can be, kind of difficult to maintain balance in the connection because you can start, giving that person more of your energy, or I don't know, whatever the case is, right? Just losing a little bit of yourself in the connection, which can end up being pretty detrimental to it over time. But let's start, Scorpio, by looking at your side of this connection. Let's see what really is going on here. You have boundaries with this talisman key. This is Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Scorpio's side of this connection, please. A Knight of Swords and the Fool in reverse. Interesting. Okay. There is a chaser-runner dynamic going on here. I don't know who's who yet, but I definitely feel like I don't even know necessarily if it's all that obvious yet. But it feels like one person is kind of running toward this connection and the other person has a tendency to kind of run away. Let me get more on this Knight of Swords. I think it's you. Yeah, because there's the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles, and okay. I think you're chasing a little bit here, Scorpio, but I feel like that's maybe why you have boundaries are key. There's a need to make sure that you never want to chase, you want to attract. I don't know where this chasing energy is coming from, though, because there is always fear underlying chasing energy. When we chase a connection, it's because we fear being alone, right? Or we fear not having it. And that chasing energy will always push it away. Let's get more, though. Let's get more on the situation. Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Scorpio's side of this connection, yeah, you definitely feel like there's a soulmate energy here with the Lovers. You definitely feel like this person is a good match for you. But I feel like, I don't know if you're having trouble communicating that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have deep feelings for this person, Scorpio. But it feels like you can't fully trust them yet, or maybe they're struggling with trust. Yeah, okay. Definitely have some deep feelings here, Scorpio. Let's get more for your side of this connection. But that's why you have boundaries. Like, you want to make sure that you maintain boundaries here, which chasing energy can have a tendency it's overstepping your own boundaries too, right? Scorpio side of the connection. There's a Six of Cups. So this is a past connection. This is a connection that's ended from your past that you're dealing with here. I feel like there's a need to kind of slow down and look at the bigger picture here, because you certainly don't want to run this connection off. Scorpio side of this connection. But it might have already happened if if it's ended. This is 7 of Wands in reverse. I mean, this right here is a lack of boundaries. And there's this energy of like obsessively overthinking this connection. That word obsessive can always feel kind of like aggressive. It just means like it's constantly on your mind. And that is a chasing energy when you're giving so much of your energy away, even on an energetic level. Because chasing, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like texting, calling the other person, asking for them to be with you. That's not necessarily what it means. Chasing a connection or chasing anything has to do with the energy surrounding your intention. And I feel like there's a little bit of like chasing after this instead of letting it come to you. And that in turn, I feel like is pushing it away. Now these boundaries, this stems from inner child. I feel like you're used to feeling like you have to chase connections in order for them to work. Maybe the chase is just kind of always how it's been for you. It has to be a challenge, it has to be difficult, which isn't the case. But if you're used to that, if you've always had to work for the attention of the people that were supposed to love you for who you were as a kid, this person's energy, or Scorpio's energy towards this person, you just want to be careful of that. Yeah, you have a lot of love here. The Two of Cups and the King of Cups. You have a lot of love for this person. There's no doubt about that. But I also feel like, yeah, because you're wanting this Three of Cups with them. You're wanting it feels like a reconciliation kind of energy. Because again, this is a connection from the past that has ended. Let me get more though. I mean, the Two of Cups and the Lovers, I mean, that's pretty intense carrying energy. More for Scorpio's side of this connection. Scorpio's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. The Queen of Cups and the World with the Page of Cups and the Ten of Wands. You're stuck in a cycle with this person here. And man, it's a very heavy cycle with the Ten of Wands. I don't know what this cycle is though, because this Page of Cups, it feels like this is like again, this connection makes you very emotional. And it pokes at certain aspects of your emotions that I feel like other connections never have before, which is why you feel that intense like chasing energy behind it. Now I say Queen of Cups, whether you're male or female, it's just kind of talking about your feminine energy, which we all have. But there's kind of this cycle that you're stuck in here. I'm interested in what this person is dealing with here. Is this person's energy to Scorpio? This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. One more. This person's energy towards Scorpio. You have shift and trust. Let's see. This person's energy towards Scorpio. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, they have the Seven of Cups and the Moon. They are all over the freaking place. I feel like they don't know what they want. And right now they're looking at this connection through the lens of fear. Fear of the Three of Swords. So it feels like they're very like, I mean, they're running, right? That's kind of exactly what this energy is talking about. This is definitely a chaser runner kind of ordeal here. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. Emperor and the King of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. This person has their heart closed off to love. I don't know if they know how to receive the love that you have to give. I don't think they know how. Yeah, because there's the Five of Swords. So they push it away. They have this defensiveness that just kind of pushes it away because they don't know how to accept it. And I feel like that leaves you feeling really shitty, right? Because you have all this love to give and this person doesn't know how to receive it. So the love that you have to give is actually pushing them away. This person's energy towards Scorpio. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. Seven of Pentacles. What are they? Oh, they're investing in their circumstances, their material world. They're really focused on their material world right now. Let me get more on this. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. It's like I don't even know if their focus is on love at all. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, see, they're focused on what their ego wants right now. The Sun in reverse and the Nine of Cups. They're focused on what their ego wants. They're not really focused on what their soul wants, which is, loving connections. Now, that's not to say you should wait around for them, right? I mean, there is this level of still chasing it, but it just kind of feels like this person doesn't have their priorities straight. Now, the shift in trust is interesting. I want to get more on this shift in trust card. Clarifying this shift and trust energy that this person has. Oh, I get what this is saying. To become someone for you to be able to trust, they need to go through a shift, like a personal shift. But with this death in reverse, they are like, I feel like they're not willing to. They probably don't see anything wrong with who they are, or their actions, or their personality, or whatever the case is. Like, in order for them to be someone you can trust fully, that's why you have boundaries. It's because they're not someone you can trust right now. They're acting a little bit more from ego than like genuine intentions. This person's energy towards Scorpio doesn't make them a bad person, just they've got some healing to do. This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. This person's energy towards, whoa. Okay. Because they have the Knight of Cups. So they are also, okay, Three of Cups and Ten of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So they, you had the Page of Cups, they have the Knight of Cups. So this both, it's like, this connection makes you both very emotional, which would make sense because we have this water card in between, which we knew from the beginning. But this person being emotional and handling emotional connections is very outside of their comfort zone. And so instead of dealing with that, they run from it. And that's what's happening. Now, they're only hurting themselves. With the Ten of Swords, they're only hurting themselves. But, I mean, you're like, no, they're hurting me too. But at the end of the day, they're only hurting themselves. Because if they run from you, rejection or people walking away from you or whatever the case is always redirection. it's always the universe saying, hey, you deserve something better. Because it's like this person doesn't know how to handle the emotions that this connection brings to the surface for them. And so the best thing for themselves to do is to run from it. This person's energy towards Scorpio. What is this person's energy towards Scorpio? This person's energy towards Scorpio, please. There's the ego. The Sun in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles. And this is kind of just alluding to, that same kind of King of Pentacles energy we saw. Like they live very much in the material world. There's a spiritual world, there's an emotional world, and then obviously there's a material world. And this person is very rooted in the material world. They're so focused on their circumstances, they're not really focused on the way they feel or like their heart, right? They're focused on what their ego wants, which we already kind of mentioned, but this is just reiterating that message. And there's a part of you that's like, well, I know that about this person, but I love them anyway. And I just want to, I want them to heal. I want them to grow. And then if they were able to be that, do that, then they would be the person, that I want them to be or that I need them to be. And that's true. But who's to say they're going to change, right? People don't change. You can't shame people into changing. You certainly can't make people change. And there's nothing you can do to make someone change. People only change when they feel like they need to. And this person doesn't feel like they need to right now. And, they might need to hurt themselves a few more times before they realize, okay, I'm the common denominator, right? And who knows how long that's going to take. And so I feel like there's this level of needing to, kind of put yourself first in it here and say, okay, is it fair to me to keep waiting on someone to change when I, deserve better? Well, you know the answer to that question. The answer is no, that's not fair to you, but you have to answer that question for yourself. All right, Scorpio, we're going to hop on over to the extended. That was a quick reading. That one came through real quick. You have water and grounded. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, as always, for the support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Scorpio.